After a day in the saddle, wind-blown and full of brisket, you might think nothing could surprise you about Texas. But let me tell you, the Lone Star State has a shadowy side too. For our next adventure, we're trading in chrome for cold cases and swapping BBQ for bone-chilling mysteries. It's time for Texas True Crime, the most shocking cases. Texas is a land of big legends and even bigger secrets. From dusty border towns to the heart of the hill country, this state has seen its share of jaw-dropping crimes. Stories that gripped the nation, baffled detectives, and left entire communities shaken. Some are solved, some still haunt us, but all are pure Texas. The Yogurt Shop Murders, Austin, 1991. On a cold December night, 4 teenage girls were found murdered inside a North Austin yogurt shop. The case stunned the city and remains one of the most infamous unsolved crimes in Texas history. Decades later, questions linger and families still search for answers. The Yogurt Shop Murders became a cautionary tale for parents and a rallying cry for justice. With suspects arrested, released, and the truth still just out of reach, the city remembers the victims each year with vigils, hoping for closure. The Texas Killing Fields, I-45 corridor. Stretching between Houston and Galveston lies a patch of desolate land known as the Texas Killing Fields. Since the 1970s, more than 30 young women have disappeared or been found murdered in this eerie stretch. The cases inspired movies, documentaries, and endless speculation. Despite some arrests, many of these crimes remain unsolved, and the fields stand as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can hide in plain sight. Local volunteers still search the fields, refusing to let the victims' stories be forgotten. The Candyman, Dean Corll. In the early 1970s, Houston was rocked by the discovery of one of America's most prolific serial killers. Dean Corll, known as the Candyman for his family's candy business, lured and murdered at least 28 boys and young men with the help of teenage accomplices. The details are gruesome, and the city still shudders at the memory. The case exposed the vulnerabilities of runaways and the dangers lurking even in close-knit neighborhoods. The victims' families formed support groups, channeling their grief into advocacy for missing children. The Texas Tower Sniper, Charles Whitman. On August 1, 1966, the University of Texas at Austin became the site of America's first mass campus shooting. Charles Whitman climbed the UT Tower and opened fire, killing 16 people and wounding dozens more before police brought him down. The tragedy led to changes in police tactics and campus security nationwide, and the tower stands as a somber monument to lives lost and the bravery of first responders. Survivors and families gather each year to honor the victims and reflect on the day that changed Texas forever. The murder of Amber Hagerman, Arlington, 1996. 9-year-old Amber Hagerman was abducted while riding her bike in Arlington. Her case sparked a nationwide movement after her tragic death. The creation of the AMBER alert system, which has since saved countless children. Amber's legacy endures, a heartbreaking reminder of the need for vigilance and community action. Her mother remains an advocate for missing children, ensuring Amber's story continues to make a difference. The Fort Worth Missing Trio, 1974. On Christmas Eve, 3 girls vanished from a shopping mall in Fort Worth. Decades later, the case is still unsolved, with sightings, rumors, and false leads. The mystery of Rachel, Renee, and Julie haunts the city to this day, with families holding out hope for answers. Their faces still appear on billboards, a testament to the community's refusal to give up. The Waco Siege, 1993. Outside the small town of Waco, a standoff between the Branch Davidians and federal agents ended in tragedy, with more than 80 people dead. The 51-day siege gripped the world and changed the way law enforcement handled standoffs. The legacy of Waco is still debated, raising questions about faith, freedom, and the limits of government power. Documentaries and books continue to explore the complicated truths of what really happened on that Texas prairie. The Texas Eyeball Killer, Charles Albright. Dallas in the early 90s was terrorized by a killer with a gruesome signature. He surgically removed the eyes of his victims. Charles Albright, a seemingly respectable citizen, was convicted of one murder but suspected in others. The case fascinated and horrified the public, a bizarre chapter in Texas true crime. The neighborhood where the murders occurred is still marked by an uneasy memory. These are just a few of the most shocking cases that have left their mark on Texas history. Some brought about sweeping changes in law enforcement and public safety, while others remain unsolved, their mysteries woven into the fabric of our state. The stories are chilling, but they also highlight the resilience and determination of Texas families, law enforcement, and communities who refuse to let evil have the last word. What do these cases teach us? That even in a place as big and bold as Texas, darkness can fall, but so can courage, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of justice. If you want to hear more about any of these cases, or you have a Texas true crime story to share, drop it in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more Lone Star Plate. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and remember, in Texas, the truth is sometimes stranger than fiction.